Unscripted.
I can't begin to explain all the stuff I get, all the harassment, all the hate, all that kind of stuff, all the crap just in general that I get for, you know, just being me, just telling it how it is. A lot of people don't like it. They think that you flip-flop, or they think that, you know, you're just going where this is going or where that's going. For me, gaming has always been about the games. I always liked Xbox because I always thought Xbox was really kind of catered towards me as a hardcore gamer, and for the most part it was for the original years and years that I was a huge Xbox fan. Now I still hope Xbox does well. You know, you see them do well in terms of making money, and you kind of shake your head a bit because they clearly don't have a lot of games going, and you know, that's really you know, unfortunate to say the least. And the reason why I say that's unfortunate is because if Xbox is doing well with what they have now, you know what I mean, then what's that say for Microsoft and their actually want to go get and create big AAA exclusives? If they're selling, you know, well, if they're making money off of crap like Tell Me Why and, you know, Battletoads, then what's going to make them want to go out there and actually produce quality content? Like, you know, there's nothing really out there that they can do. But despite all the hate I get and people tell me I'm a PlayStation fanboy, why is it that I'm the first person that reports the negative stuff around PlayStation, right? I mean, you know, it's just one of those things that, you know, I'm going to get the hate either way, despite the fact that, if you look back to when I was on PlayStation's behind early last generation, it was for the lack of games. I'm on Xbox's behind now. Why? For the lack of games. I've literally stayed the same and kept that same energy for both. That's the funny part, you know what I mean? So I think that it's something that realistically has come about in you know, in such a way. So yeah, for me personally, I think that this is kind of funny, but at the same time, I think that, you know, it's one of those things where people are gonna hate on me regardless. So it is you know, I feel like I'm compelled to talk about the good stuff and the bad stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's got to be something that I have to kind of talk about, and this is just sort of how I look at things. But for me personally, I do think that this is something that is bad news for Xbox. It's bad news for PlayStation. This is really kind of the worst news we could have heard, to be quite honest with you guys. You know, it's not good. But, you know, at any rate, I figure we might as well get into it. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with CrapgamerReviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. It helps out the channel, and it means a lot to me personally. If you guys are looking for a way to support my little crappy channel, that's the best way to do it. You can also hit the bell so you're notified of all the content. Once again, I am asking you for support and doing that for the simple fact that like 1% or less are getting notified of my content as it is. So yeah, kind of important, you know. Take a minute to consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Also, you know, shout out to all the old subscribers, new subscribers, and everybody in between. It really does mean a lot to me, and you know, I think that that's something that really kind of advocates, you know, if you guys are looking for a way to support a content creator, that's the best way to do it. So thank you guys very, very much. What's up, everybody? Yes, hopefully you guys are all doing good. Anyway, this isn't a great bit of news here. According to AMD now, you know, it doesn't look like we're going to be getting PlayStations or Xboxes anytime soon. According to AMD CEO Lisa Su, expects production to start catching up to demand only in the second half of 2021. Now, AMD CEO Lisa Su has indicated that supply shortages for gaming consoles, desktop CPUs, and GPUs will continue into the second half of 2021, with the PS5, Xbox Series X, and Xbox Series S most affected. The news was included in AMD's full financial earnings via Tom's Hardware, which showed the company surpassing its past earnings periods with strong Q4. This was in part thanks to the launch of a slew of AMD-powered products, including both current-gen consoles, AMD Zen's 3-powered Ryzen CPUs, and RX 6000 series graphics cards. So, Supply of all three has been tight since launch. However, Sue expects this said that she expects this to continue being the case until new production capacity comes online. She also pointed out that lower cost components for low-end PCs and both consoles will be affected the most given the overwhelming demand, with the prospects for the new stock of much higher priced components looking more positive over the same time. Now, this is the identical situation that NVIDIA finds itself in because of their RTX 30 series GPUs, blah, 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 blah. Stock of the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X have been a nightmare since launch, which isn't at all out of the norm for the big consoles, but you know, we are also in the middle of a pandemic as well. Anticipated release of new gaming hardware. Microsoft previously expected stock issues to continue through March, and it's yet to see how AMD's plan for increased production will help alleviate it further. So again, guys, girls, whoever, this is something that just realistically kind of looks bad. You know what I mean? I just got to say that it pretty much does look really bad if you're looking to get, an Xbox or a PlayStation or whatever. That this is basically the time where we have to kind of just look at things and we go, oh, well, you know what? This is not a very good thing. This is something that is going to affect us, long term. And this is something that's going to be an issue for the for most of this year, if not longer. And why is that bad? Listen, I always support consoles, right, and console gaming, and I've always said this, right. Console gaming is great. If you have a console, more power to you. That's amazing. I think that's amazing. At the same time, I also say that, I hope the consoles stick around forever. And and not only that, but I think that I want Xbox to do great, I want PlayStation to do great, I want Nintendo to do great. This kind of news right here really puts a hamper on what's going on, because you can't get your stock out there to everybody that wants it now, which is very unfortunate to say the least. So, again, this is something that is going to be a bit of a problem kind of going forward. And, what are we going to be able to do about it? It doesn't look like we're going to be able to do much about it. And it's really kind of out of everybody's hands. If you think about it, it's not really something that Nintendo that Microsoft or Sony have say over, because it's AMD who's producing their stuff. And so for them to be able to go out there and kind of get the most out of it, I really do feel like that it's really on them to go out there and do that. So this is something that we're going to have to kind of deal with for a little bit. And when we see these sort of things come about, that we have to kind of just kind of take it for what it is. So again, this is very kind of disappointed news, and and I hate to bring the bearer of bad news. Yes, this is bad PlayStation news. It's bad Xbox news. Although I feel like Xbox being not as popular, you're still able to find those at some particular places, and we'll have to kind of see how that kind of works out. But again, for people like my older brother who have been looking for a PlayStation 5 for a while now, it doesn't look good for you guys. I really do think that it sucks, and it means that these scalpers are going to have these consoles for a much longer time, and this is going to be a much bigger problem than a lot of us thought originally. So hopefully, we can kind of get some kind of idea about what's going on there at some particular point, sooner rather than later. And at the end of the day, Microsoft and Sony, I guess, are doing everything they can, but it's like really comes down to what AMD can do, really, if you think about it. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens and how that kind of affects everything going forward. And at the end of the day, I do really think that we're going to have to kind of play this whole wait and see sort of edict, and then hopefully we can get some movement at some particular point, and I would love to see that. But again, don't expect there to be stock anytime soon. So if you do see one and come across one, I suggest just pick it up. A lot of people go, well, should I pick up a PlayStation 5 if I see one? Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like, there's games for it. There's always stuff. This is like the best we've seen when it comes to any kind of content or whatever. The PS5 is that damn good. I just enjoy it tremendously. And you get stuff like this PlayStation Plus month. Like I said, they're doing really good with that, with giving away Control Ultimate Edition, which is the PS5 edition as well, and also Destruction All Stars, which is a brand new AAA PS5 exclusive. So, you know, there is stuff to play. You got Returnal coming, you've got Horizon Forbidden West coming, Ratchet & Clank, Gran Turismo 7, God of War Ragnarok, tons of great stuff coming. It's just actually getting there and getting the games. I mean, we saw once there was that restock, like in the UK of PS5s last month, that stuff like Miles Morales, the sales went through the roof on that, and people are waiting to play this stuff on that hardware. So I will link all of this stuff. You guys can let me know what you think. Sound off, rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Rack 'em up. Game on, my friends. Game on. Crapgamer out.
Unscripted.